An album. Interview.
Remember an interview?
No, let's actually do that. Let's go.
You are now listening to Balmoral.
An
interview with Paulo.
Yeah.
Fire.
Fire.
So, well, first off, I wanted to ask what the whole, like, well, before I like ask about the album, let's like go back to Glass Plate days.
Glass Plate days?
Yeah.
How did
like,
that
how did you start? Like, how did you?
That was a matter of Kai and I met in Cuba, actually. The man, we were on a vacation, like a family vacay, and I was making beats on like an iPad, FL Studio on the iPad app. So I thought like my beats were pretty mediocre, and then we finally like reconnected back in Canada, and then he encouraged me to like actually release and like produce a song.
Wait, he was from here and you met there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So he lives in Richmond Hill.
Okay.
Shout out to Kai. And me and him linked, and we produced that beat together, and we released it. I featured on his track, but a lot of people from H-Town really fucked with it. So like it got around to like BR. I remember like Johnny Chirali letting me know like that man's in his that man's fucking we're playing it in his class, and he heard it.
Shit, shout out Johnny.
and he put it on. He put it on a couple men's.
Oh,
he put it on. So, and then people liked it, and then I just decided to release Casablanca.
No, I think after that one was Talk.
Oh yeah, Talk. Yeah, Talk.
And this is that, bro. No. So like he played that
No.
for
I'm
me.
like, that shouldn't be. That is not a.
I know that is
2015
not.
song.
That is 3 years ago.
Is
That's
that
so fire, bro.
I know. No. It doesn't sound like.
Yeah.
Like,
Really?
It doesn't sound like a
Yeah, that is fucking 3 years
ago.
ago.
Like it sounds like now.
I know.
It sounds
Nah.
like
No, I'm not. I'm being dead. That's like I'm not even.
in
boosting.
retrospect? I don't like that song that much.
Why?
Nah, I don't know. I feel like it's
so
a
fire.
bit-
Like the beat,
It's so fire.
The beat too.
Yeah,
draws
like
you
everything
in.
about the
yeah,
song is
it's
so
a
fire.
super catch feels. Another catch feels one, like trap soul kind of
Yeah,
influence.
that's crazy.
Yeah. I forget about that one. You know? That was fun. That was fun.
I think After Talk was number one.
Yeah, number
The
one. Yeah,
Song,
the two song EP. Yeah.
20
20
Treehouse
2016. 2016. Yeah,
2016?
that was the cover.
That's
of,
so fire.
That was cover of
Yeah,
Tyler's song.
was it Earl?
It was Tyler.
It was Tyler. Okay.
That is such a fire
I
song.
know.
Yeah. But yeah, that was a good track. I wrote that song in Chile, actually.
The song?
Yeah.
Oh, that's sick. You went over for like vacation or something?
Yeah, vacation in like September,
Okay.
and then I didn't see no one, so I was just super like sad. But all I had was the instrumental of Wolf, because that's what that instrumental was off of,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, I know,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
So I was like, fuck it, I'll just rap on this, and then I recorded it when I got home.
Oh, so you like made the rap there and then when you got
Yeah,
home, you recorded
yeah.
it.
Because I wasn't able to like do anything other than just like rap. There was no Wi-Fi over there.
Yeah.
Super, just like
How are your parents about the music?
they support me a lot, yo. I have to give big shout outs to them. They're always.
Shout out parents.
Bro, I was taking a shower and like I heard Degenerate playing on like on this big speakers downstairs.
That's crazy.
So like they actually fuck with it hard.
Yeah.
Actually,
How
fuck with
did
it
you
hard.
come up with, how did you get the like stuff, like equipment, like to make
Gabe actually funded my brother Gabe. He funded basically, and he bought the interface for the laptop to make it like run faster, and then he bought the actual MIDI, the Akai, the sampler, and then that's
Kanye.
yeah
You know, Kanye in that what video is that? I think it's like the Runaway video.
yeah.
It's like going up and down. Yeah, that's fire.
He bought me that, and then that was a pretty sick fucking door opener to just like production wise. That really stepped up my production level, because I was just producing on FL Studio, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
So
And
when you
then
it was just on the iPad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it
And
was
then
just an
you
iPad.
went to the computer.
And then I went to the computer.
Yeah, that's cool. So this is like 2014, 2015.
Yeah, this is 2013, I want to say. I started making beats on the iPad. 2013.
So that's
like
5 years.
5 years ago, yeah.
Not bad.
Like acid rap days. Fuck.
Real shit.
Acid rap
Real
days.
shit.
That album was inspiring for me.
That's where it was at.
Yeah, but like the progression, I
Yeah.
feel like the progress in 5 days, in 5 years, is like so.
Well,
Yeah.
It's
thank you. Yo.
it's good. What was your motive to make music?
My motive to make music, I feel like it's more of like to get things off my chest mostly. Kind of like just to create, a form of creating. Like I always painted like when I was little and shit. And like my mom like always encouraged that creative art form.
To like keep going.
So I feel like it's all mediums, you know, but like music is just something that like I'm doing right now.
Yeah.
And it's like something that I can just create and be
that's-
creative in and express how I'm feeling.
Yeah, that's fine.
And I think it's just so sick that other people enjoy it and then like actually listen to it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
No. Like when he first played it to me, and it's like, oh, I'm like, there's no way.
I
And
know.
it's like, oh, it's the guy that walked the Xander show in there. I'm like, there is no.
So when did you guys first listen to my music? then?
So this was Super Crawl.
after
This
the
year.
this
I
year.
think it was
after
like
the,
September.
Right.
Yeah, after the what's that thing called?
Oh.
So it was like a Xander pop up in Super Crawl.
Yeah.
And then I think Sam was talking about how he made the album cover.
No. I don't think we spoke to Sam about it. So this was like the first night. So I don't think we spoke to Sam
I don't
about
know
it.
what happened.
So like no, so I'm walking. So we leave the Xander booth.
Mhm.
So we're walking. So I'm walking to the bus stop to catch the bus to come back home, and then I'm on IG because like there's Wi-Fi in the bus terminal place.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm on IG and I scroll and I see Sam post a photo, just like a because he made the album cover.
Yeah,
so
he
I
made
think that's
it,
when
yeah. Shout out to
Degenerate
Sam.
dropped.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to Sam. Cuff
Shout out
God.
to Sam. Cuff God.
Cuff. So like
Big
so
genius.
so like we so I see his thing. And I'm like, oh, I'll just listen because him, I don't know why he does that because like I would listen to anything just to like
Fair.
see if it's
Yeah.
good because like I never know like
Yeah.
right now like I listen to like songs from like 1970 something and those songs are like so fire to me.
Yeah,
So like I listen to anything.
Yeah,
So like
music is
I
music.
saw it and I'm like, oh, let me just give this a try. Like I don't know. And then I opened because I think it's like one of Sam's friends from like Toronto and shit. But then I didn't like pay no mind to it. So I opened it and I played Degenerate. And the song starts and I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like I'm on my headphones. I'm like, what is this? Like this shit took me back to like 2015. Like when I got into Tyler shit, I'm listening to like Tyler shit.
There you go.
I'm like, what the fuck?
That's crazy.
So after that, I'm like, okay, maybe he just tried. I made this, so I'll go back and listen. I went back to the next song. I'm like, what the fuck? Because it's like, he's been doing this. So like, it's like, he didn't just come out of nowhere doing this. It's like, he grew doing this. So I listened to the next song. And I listened to the next song, and I came back home like the whole night. I listened to the Casablanca
Yeah.
tape. I listened to the whole tape that night while you guys were watching the movie, watching movies. I was sitting there in the kitchen and just playing the whole shit. And like
The one that got me was when did Gabe start like doing music? Was it like off of you or was it like something he was always doing?
It was more fuck, that's a good question. Gabe always encouraged me, bro. He wanted me to make beats for him. That was the initial motive, you know?
Plan.
That was the plan. And it still happens, you know. I still make beats. He's like the only man I actually like produce for. And so I released a mixtape, but he was always making music on the side, always creating, figuring out, but he just never released anything. Yeah, it was hand in hand. And it goes hand in hand with the poetry shit that I was doing as well.
Oh yeah,
Just like
about
poems.
poetry.
Yeah.
Sam
How-
said he met
Yeah,
him
in
at
the
L-Tab. It was
Yeah.
L-Tab.
yeah.
Sam and I came up to me at L-Tab and he was like, yo, that poem's super sick because I did a poem. I can't remember a poem. It was like a love poem or something like that. Shout out.
How did you get into like how do you start?
How to start poems? Starting poetry? I think it was a matter, like, I always just wrote, but I didn't know what I was writing, like, when I was younger. And then I found some, like, slam poetry on YouTube, you know, back, and I was like, all right, let me try this out. So then my mom...
music's been there. So, like, the rap's been there.
The rap has been there, yeah. The rap is a strong foundation of slam poetry and spoken word poetry.
Yeah,
and
so, like, so when did you, like, start? Like, when did you start, like, writing? Like, what do you, like, a date? Could you, like, give, like,
can I give you a date? I want to say 2011 maybe.
That's
like just starting writing raps, just like fooling around, like just, you know, being a kid.
Okay.
I would say 2011 would be like a solid date. And then the craft grew when I did the slam poetry with Hype, Hamilton Youth Poets. They really helped me out in terms of growing my craft and being aware of the hip-hop culture. There was MC Rec Shop, which helped me out, and that kind of connected and grew my what's it called, networking skills. So I knew a little bit of MCs in Hamilton now. Brett, who helped me mix Balmoral, I met him at the MC Rec Shop. And so it's been a whole process of just like turning the spoken word and turning to production and then bringing it all together as a whole process.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
That's crazy. So after that was Casablanca.
Yeah.
How did you come up with the name, first of all?
Casablanca? Because I had the idea for the album cover way before. The
album cover is that picture in your room, like the.
It's
from the.
It's not from the pictures of my room. I actually it's another. I at school I actually photocopied it on the school scanner. So I just photocopied all the Polaroids that I had, and then put a piece of paper on it saying Casablanca. I named it Casablanca because in all the photos that I picked, the house looked white, like it's my house. Oh. So it's White House in Spanish, right? Casablanca.
Okay.
And I thought I sounded pretty cool.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. I didn't know that. Now you know that.
Now you guys know that. Yeah.
So there's a song on Casablanca called Fine.
Yeah, Fine.
To me, that was like a, you know what? Okay, we're talking about Balmoral, so I should bring this up.
No.
So I go on Casablanca and I see the song Fine, and then on Balmoral there's Found It. So like Fine and like go Fine, and then on Casablanca it's like Found It. I don't know why. You know, like,
that wasn't intentional.
Yeah,
that wasn't intentional.
I don't know how I.
But that's cool that you made that connection. That's pretty sick. I mean, I can play it off and be like, I fucking let that version happen. But
what do you think is your favorite song of Casablanca?
Of Casablanca?
Mine has to be
Padawan?
5,000%. I fucking love it.
I love Nightwalk and Glimpse, right?
Yeah, Nightwalk and Glimpse. That was a pretty...
I listened to that like 16 times. Like,
that song is so fire. Like, I feel like the drums in the... Like, when the song starts, I just...
Cool. Oh, the Padawan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is my track.
Padawan
of that whole thing. What do you think was... how's the process of recording Casablanca?
Okay, so basically I had all those beats done like before, kinda. And then like... all those beats, they're just chilling on my laptop. The way I make beats, it's just like it's just a bunch of old shit that I never touch, and then like I re-up them, and then I look back on them, see what I can refine, and then it goes from there. So I'll just write after. Sorry, what was the question? My beat mine last one.
How did the album, like how do you come with the process of making the album? How did that come about?
I recorded that one in my house.
No. Would you consider that an album or like a
mixtape? Mixtape. Yeah, I would probably. I marketed it as an album, but like in retrospect, I guess it's like a mixtape. My very first full.
But what really is a album?
Yeah.
It's like people put out albums when it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Just
it's just a project. Just a project. Yeah.
Project.
But that was my first project, so that it means something to me.
Yeah. It's crazy.
It came out very. I don't know. I don't really remember, to be honest, just because that was my first kind of like I was experimenting on how to make it. I was like, okay, so do I record this track first? Do I write all this shit first? Do I have a common theme? So like I put a bunch of sticky notes on my wall and tried to print it out somehow. And then it just fell into place. I had to mix it myself. The mix sounds kind of ass right now. Like to me, like it just sounds rookie, you know,
I
just
mean,
because
I mean,
I learned so
yeah,
much
like,
now.
Like
Yeah.
off of the making the album.
Actually,
Yeah.
the same with like anything.
Yeah.
Like-
as you go, bro.
Like
I
I'm
look
probably
at,
like I look at how I dressed like 2 years ago. I'm like, what?
I was like, what the
fuck?
fuck?
Is he wearing?
Or like clothes that like I was into like time ago, and then it's like,
Oh,
bro, that ain't it.
But
That ain't it.
yeah, trust. We grow.
Yeah.
We grow.
And you like, I feel like everything like on its own is like a learning.
Experience, yeah.
Definitely,
like,
yeah.
process, like you go.
That was a big learning experience. That had a lot of emotion. That album, Night Walks,
I fucking love that song.
was birthed out of some
I
feels.
fucking love that song.
On like the inspiration side, what would you say like whenever you make music, what inspires you to like who like has like people that have influenced you, like things that inspire you? What would you?
Things that inspire me. My mom and dad. I feel like my parents, just because I embody so much of what they are, and I can visually see it on them. You know, me in them, or them in me, whatever. However you wanna, vice versa. So I look to them and try to see how I'm a product of them and like what they're facing, how they feel about me, and also just like how they used to play music, like throughout the house and shit.
I
You
feel
know,
like you get it from there. Like
yeah, I'm a product
growing
of
up,
what.
like you listen to.
Yeah,
all these
listen to all
songs
these
that
dope songs
go
that they
on
put
that.
me on.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So my parents definitely, in terms of artists and like people, my close friends, love lost, love gained. You know,
Yeah,
the usual stuff. Yeah.
That's crazy.
that is crazy.
I feel like you should get your heart broken and make a whole album.
Yeah.
real shit.
Maybe.
I like the song. Well, that's
Maybe.
like I just say, maybe. Just look into it.
Well, Balmoral was birthed from a situation where I hurt someone close to me and I felt bad about it. So Degenerate, I talk about that on Degenerate on like the last verse, just the wildness of it. But yeah, everything has like a strong feeling to it.
I mean,
Every song.
Is that like
We'll get into it.
Yeah, we'll get into it. We'll get into it.
Let's go to Octopus.
Octopus. Yeah,
Was that the
that's a
next single?
banger.
That's the
That-
next,
that
bro.
is
That
a
shit's
banger.
fire.
It's a banger.
That shit's
that is
hard.
a banger.
Yeah.
Octopus was the one after Casablanca.
Yeah, that was the next one. I made that one with Gabe, and we called it Octopus because it sounded like an octopus made the beat, you know.
Crazy.
And we were just trying to turn up on that track. That was a fun. That was a fun
Then
track.
I think after that was Layla.
Layla.
Was that you or
that
was
was Gabe.
Gabe?
That was
Oh,
Gabe's
okay.
track, but I featured on that.
Yeah.
And that has to be like my favorite verse of all time that
This
I've
man
written.
Like you went to go like do some new research.
Huh?
This man.
Yeah, this man actually did some research. Actually rated. Well, that's a good.
Well,
thing.
let's go back to Casablanca.
Yeah.
I think this first single from Casablanca was 2002.
Yeah, that's a really.
Oh
good
yeah, I
song.
love that song. I love
Yeah,
that
that
song
song's
too.
pretty good.
I love that song
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
I love that song.
But that
too.
song's fire.
Backseat.
The sample. What's the
That's
sample
another
on that? What's the
too.
sample on that?
Yeah.
song?
Oh, I don't know if I can drop that. I don't know if I can drop that. I don't know if I can drop that. Joke.
No, that's fine.
It's like a locomotive GT something. You can find it on YouTube somewhere.
No, that's hard.
But
that
yeah,
is
No, that
so
song
hard. I
is
know.
that is another song. I
The-
feel
like the
for me it's
2000
Party One
tunes?
and then
Yeah.
2000.
Because like I don't know, it's just 2002 and you listen to it and it sounds like 2002. Like it sounds like you're in 2000.
Yeah.
that's what I'm
that's
saying.
crazy.
That's the vibe that I wanted to
That's crazy.
go for. Excuse me.
That's fine.
One sec, you know? It's gotten to the point where the gums got like no flavor. That's some whack shit right there.
And then we have Octopus, we have Layla, then we have Fountain of Youth.
Fountain of Youth with Gabe, yeah.
How's that? I love that song.
That song, Gabe wilds out on that song. He says some provocative shit.
Yeah.
The beat goes so hard. That I made that on the man. Shout out to fucking Michael Korg for fucking and Long and McQuaid for letting me rent their fucking piano synth. I made so many beats off Balmoral, not of Casablanca, but like Layla and Fountain of Youth were made with the fucking keyboard that you guys saw.
That's crazy. And then we have the elephant in the room.
The elephant in the room. Balmoral.
Balmoral. The
Yeah.
reason we're all here today.
Balmoral.
How did you know you wanted to make? How did you know like I think it's time to?
It's time to make an album.
Yeah.
The people, man. The people asked. Like the people, supply and demand. They were just like, yo, why the like where you been? Where you been at, man? Like, I heard you were making music. Man, I haven't seen you since Glass Plates. Like, Glass Plates was fire. Casablanca was alright. Blah blah blah. Like, what do you got next? You know? And it also came from like a little bit of me. Like, okay, now what? For myself, where can I go musically? In terms of like what can I do different from Casablanca? How can I be a better artist? And what can I make it an authentic album? You know?
What would you say? What would you say? Like, what was my question? Fuck. Okay, well, we talked about the album cover.
Yeah.
Well, Cuff.
That was the first thing we did.
That was the first thing.
That was the first thing I did.
Off the album.
Yeah, off the album.
Yeah, and that was the same jacket you were.
Yeah, this is the same one.
That's the Balmoral jacket.
The Balmoral jacket.
Real shit. I should like buy this and like case it, and then like when he's big, it's like they'll like auction it, like the like the Banksy one. So like they put like a shredder in the thing and like shred the jacket.
Yeah.
That was
I like shred the.
Actually,
the most beautiful thing I ever.
Well done.
seen.
Well done, Banksy.
Crazy.
That was so fire. It was crazy. All right. Why Balmoral?
My street name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that.
Why Balmoral?
Why did you decide to make it your
It's
street name?
one. It sounds like kind of like a point where Balmoral, like ethics, like what's right and wrong, how are things. It's like it sounds like I'm balancing.
Like close to home.
Close to home. A lot of memories stem from Balmoral, my street, like my boy Dylan, my boy, like all of my friends. Just like it was a source of a lot of writing and a lot of memories that I could draw from. And I felt like if I was to make an album about anything about me, it'd be my street, because that's where I built all my life, you know. And that's where it started. Yeah.
Okay, so then I guess we go into the first song now, Balmoral Part 1.
Part 1.
Like, that shit's fire too. That's crazy. That shit's so fire too.
Yeah.
I feel like for all the intros, to like all like Casablanca intro was like an instrumental, and then like arguing.
Yeah.
And then
That was a pretty cool intro. Though.
Yeah, that was a sick intro.
How did you come up with that song?
Balmoral?
The intro.
Part 1.
Part 1? I heard that sample a while ago, and the drums weren't sounding to me. The drums weren't sounding right to me at some points, so it was just chilling on my computer. And then like, originally it wasn't supposed to be the first track on it, but then I heard it and I was like, man, sounds kind of fire, yo. Like, this sounds like I'm opening a door into like whatever men's are gonna listen to, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And like when the synths come in, it's like it just sounds like all right guys, get your seatbelts, man. Like, this is not
That's fire.
this is not conventional, I guess. Maybe it is. I don't know.
How did you come up with the name?
Balmoral Part 1?
Yeah. Like, was it like
was it
Just-
of like the opening?
Just a good opener, like
Yeah.
a simple way to set the tone. Be like, hey, this is Balmoral, and like I feel like all the things that I talk about in the song are kind of like Balmoral. Like, just I don't know. How do you guys feel about like the theme to Balmoral in what I'm talking about in the song?
It to me, it like goes like hand in hand. Cause like, I mean, we get to these songs, but like the one of like the table, like where like the jumping on the table.
Leon, yeah.
That was Leon. Like on Anonymous, like fuck, I can't remember that lyric. I hate when this happens.
There.
But like, yeah, it's like on like the songs, they're like references to Balmoral. So like, it's not like all these songs are just put out of nowhere, and like I'll just pull songs out of nowhere and like call it Balmoral. Like, these songs are actually like you feel like someone feels like they're in your room in Balmoral, like they're at home with you. You know, like
it's a whole like environment, vibe, setting, and that's what I wanted to go for with the album. I'm happy. I'm happy that it went through.
Well, then we go to Mario's kid.
Yeah, Mario's kid.
I'm guessing your dad is Mario.
No, that's actually my boy Dylan.
Oh.
Dylan's dad. And so
Dylan. So are you Mario's kid or Dylan's Mario's kid?
Dylan is Mario's kid. Dylan is
Okay.
my fucking dog. Shout out to Dylan. I've known that man since I was like 2. And we always just have fucking good times, you know, playing lightsabers and shit outside. And
So did his dad contribute in any way to this, or was it like?
no. It was just a matter of like the song was gonna be called Dylan.
Oh.
And then
so
I was
Mario's
like,
kid, sounds,
yeah, Mario's kid sounds a little bit more
How did
mysterious, I guess.
the instrumental for that one go?
Instrument.
Oh, the
yeah.
song was meant to be called Dylan.
Yeah.
But then, okay.
Sounds better.
The instrumental was a fucking process. In the end, eventually, well, I chopped up the beat, right? I found the sample at a record store. I can't remember which record it was. Chopped it up, and then I was like, "Yo, this sounds some like Madlib shit," and it just chilled on my laptop for a while, as like most of them, because like I made these beats a while ago,
Yeah.
right? And then when I was picking beats to try to find, create a congruent project for Balmoral, this was like the last song that I recorded. So I tried to open it, and the beat was corrupted for some reason.
Oh.
Like I couldn't open it for some shit. So I only had the MP3, and so I popped that in, recorded some vocals, sent it over. And
So that's not actually the beat. That's just an MP3.
that's like an MP3. Yeah, that's not even the mix, the full mix. Like imagine if I got a proper mix on it, like the organ in the background. Shout out to the microchord again, because like Balmoral was really kind of built around the microchord and the sounds that the microchord brought.
For the songs, would you say you had like multiple versions, or it was like just like this is where I want to go at this time? Like, do you think you had like?
Yeah.
Like, do you think you like recorded something and were like, nah, I'm not
Yeah,
feeling this one?
definitely takes over takes. It was never like, all right, a one song, a one take, boom, we made the track. It was like that. But some people, that's how it is, you know.
Yeah.
Some people, they fuck with it, but like me, I don't know.
Yeah, it has
I'm
to
very.
sound. Yeah, it has to
I was
go
very
with what
super
you want,
critical
yeah.
because I felt the pressure of like, okay, this project
Like,
has to be
this
kind
has
of
to be fire.
decent, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many songs
Did you like
did
record?
you want to have on it? Or how many songs did you record for it? And how many songs made it? And how many songs didn't?
Probably like 13 songs, 14 songs in total were really like considered for the project.
So how was the
Process of
minus
getting
process, yeah.
of getting
Of
rid of it,
taking
of
shit
chopping it
out.
out? Gabe, like I don't know what. Yeah, Gabe was a big like overseer of the project, and I went to him and was like, all right, yo, how does this sound? He goes, well, nah, it doesn't fit the motive of the project. You guys, I played some shit for you guys.
Yeah.
You guys fucked with it or not? Like that one track that we made, that was close to getting on that too. That was close to getting on that too. They don't know.
No, they don't know about that track.
Maybe by then they'll know when this is out. But
The Lamborghini Mercy touch.
Real shit. The white wine.
why?
I think Gabe's verse was the Lamborghini Mercy joint. Like,
Yeah.
it sounded like a Lamborghini.
Oh yeah, Givenchy is my fragrance. Yeah.
So like 14 songs.
Because like, which song was that? There's a song where you say "I'm circling" at the end.
Oh, that's Monopoly. Yeah.
Yeah. So
That's
did you
like-
get that from that track?
Yeah,
You
yeah,
see?
yeah. See, it's the process.
I reach it.
No,
Yeah,
but
that was
Monopoly is
crazy,
my
dude.
shit.
No,
That
wait,
is
no,
like
wait.
my-
We'll get
That
there.
is
we'll
my
get there. What's the
the next one is the Neighbors.
The neighbors.
Neighbors.
That's the table.
Yeah.
That fucking table. Where he breaks the fucking table.
That's a song about my neighbors because
Okay, the neighbors think of selling dope.
yeah.
selling dope. Selling dope.
I threw a bunch of parties and like they just constantly called the
Oh
cops.
yeah. You talk about.
Is that the one where
the
it's
one
like
about the
no one on
spouse?
my street
Yeah,
likes me?
Yeah, no one since I started rapping.
Yeah.
Because like people who know me know that I threw a couple parties and my brother threw a couple parties and like They broke my fucking window, my table, like the cops pulled through. It was a bunch of. It was
the one about the spouse kicking you out. Yeah.
Is that Neighbors?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
So what is the what's it called? I know this.
What?
Until You Die something? I don't know what's it called.
What is Until
And Then You Die?
And Then You Die. And Then You Die.
And Then You Die. And Then You Die is our label collective, Gabe and I.
Yeah.
Eventually we want to branch out, do some clothes, do some video production, overall media, just something that we can place copyright on, you know. It's an overall label, you know,
How did
collective.
And Then You Die come up? I like how did
Gabe and A-Ray Alonso, a good friend of him from high school.
Okay.
I believe Luca, Winston, a bunch of guys who went to high school just like wanted to create, and we're just like, hey, let's do it.
So like you guys throw parties and like
Like my parties were kind of just like were the first of my one party that I had was the first of like someone actually emceeing on the table, you know, on the mic, having like an actual lit fucking DJ set party. All right, all right, you right there. All right, ladies, get everyone grab a man right now. We're about to get social, blah, blah, blah. Just making it lit, like a good vibe. Because I feel like you go to a jam now.
Yeah, and
it's just like, yo, men are just booling on the wall, posted up. No one's
like
dancing.
real groups.
There's no, like, cool lights. Like, or maybe there is, you know. Don't underestimate the jams. The youth is wild, yo. The youth is wild. But I felt like I didn't go to a high school party where I could experience that vibe. And so we did And Then You Die Fest in September, whatever we did in September.
Like this,
this past September.
Where was that?
That was at my house again. So we got some loud ass speakers and shit.
Oh.
But then the neighbors called the cops again, so
midway
through my set.
So the okay, so that wasn't the show. You had a show in Ryerson, right?
Yeah, I did.
So that wasn't the Ryerson.
That wasn't
okay.
That wasn't the Ryerson.
So like, how do you get like like you do shows like?
Occasionally, yeah. Hopefully, I've done like 3 shows, and then open mics at Hype and LTAB and stuff.
At least the neighbors can't step those.
The neighbors, they fucking hate me, man. They fucking hate me. That Ryerson show, my a friend of Gabe who's in the Ryerson Creative Industries program was like, yo, I know your brother does music, come through, you know. We're looking for artists doing like a whole artist showcase type thing. And they blessed me. I got like 300 bones after I was super
crazy.
gassed. I was like, yo,
Well, you did.
mans are going to LA. Yeah, I didn't expect to get paid. I was just like, yo, this is a platform for me to like express and that was right after I dropped Dreams. I don't know if you heard that.
Dreams. Oh, I missed that one.
Yeah.
That was hard. There's no I missed. I didn't forget it.
Yeah.
I did not forget it. Dreams was hard. I remember that one.
Yeah.
Then we go to the first single off of the album.
Then the album, Degenerate. Degenerate.
The beat on that song, the beat.
Yeah, it's fire. It's different. Yeah.
Shout out influences, Kanye influences.
That sounds.
I love my soul.
I fucking love that man.
I love my soul, bro.
Kanye West. Degenerate. So I don't know. I love that song.
Yeah.
That was my introduction to Paulo actually. That was when it dropped.
Yeah.
So Sam put it on his story.
Yeah.
So that was the song. Like that's the first Paulo song I ever heard. Degenerate. And then I got into the other shit.
The OG shit.
Yeah. But yeah, that song is so fire.
How was the recording process?
Oh yeah.
That one took me a while to make. I had like takes of the song, like just like mumbles, you know, just trying to like figure out what I was trying to say.
So you had like different versions.
And I had the chorus, the ain't nothing without you, boy. You ain't nothing without you, no. And I had that, and I had like I was trying to find out like what the right verse was happening, and then like I had the 2 verses, and the second verse was actually like the main. I didn't really change anything from the first take that I actually did. It was just like a straight freestyle, and that's what I built it off of. And then the last verse was like 2 or 3 months after I like made that all that. That shit happened with my ex, and then I decided to like, you know,
So, like,
wrap
put
it up
that
into the song.
Yeah.
So what
'Cause
made you say like that's the single? Like
That's the chorus. That was like the ain't
Yeah,
nothing bad, you know. Like
But
it just bumped and the beat was good and like it brought a new take to the whole Hamilton rap scene. You know, like
but also so like that. Could you like tell us like the story of that? You're nothing without your voice. Because like you say something about like your dad.
Yeah.
Saying that. So like could you like?
Well, like. Yeah, ain't not like it came from like a dark place of me thinking like, oh shit, you know, like man, I'm kind of whack. I just wish shit was back in the day, like nostalgia vibes, nostalgia ultra. Like I miss
that album. We need to when you finish this, we're talking about nostalgia ultra.
Yeah. And I was just like, man, like take me back. And then I remember my dad telling me, yo, like, you know, back in the day, it's gonna sound corny as shit, but like, yo, you ain't nothing without your voice, you know, so don't lose that, you know, just don't forget, like, you got something, everybody has something. And then, again, before, like, going into, like, who inspires me, like, my mom and pops will always inspire me, right?
Yeah.
So that really sparked something, mentioning them and just, like, making them proud, like, you know, they're always gonna be there for me when they pass or whatever, you know, I'm always gonna know them.
So like Frank, like when did you get into like Frank Ocean?
When did I get into Frank?
I love that man.
Man,
I love that man.
Late, like right before Channel Orange dropped, I was listening to like Swim Good and Nostalgia Ultra.
Yeah.
And then
only the OGs, not the Looney Brooks thing.
Only the OGs.
Oh yeah.
Only the OGs.
Just the OGs.
Real shit. You shouldn't be giving that. You shouldn't be giving that.
Don't give that information out, yo.
Giving that out.
No, that's crazy.
That's
a
like
fire
60
tape.
songs, bro. When I found that,
You were gassed, eh?
bro.
You can see it's
You know-
amazing to see his fucking
Yeah, like
Yeah,
that,
yeah,
part, like
yeah.
how we like.
You know what's crazy? Tyler calls Frank Looney. So I'm watching the
That's what he calls
I'm
it.
watching the Tyler interview thing, and then he's talking about 911, and then he's like, so Looney comes in, or Frank or whatever you guys call him.
Oh,
I'm like, what the fuck? So wait, yeah. So like I see that, and I'm like, and then I go back because I'm like, I think I know who Looney is. So like I go back to here, I hear it again. I'm like, that's fucking sick. Like to me, that's just so sick. How like
It's like
there are like
day
certain
ones.
people
Yeah, it's like day
that
ones.
call you like certain
Yeah.
things.
Yeah,
So like Sam, like Matt calls him Cuff. Like I call him Sam because like I always knew him as Sam.
Yeah.
But like only like the OGs like know like him as Cuff. So like I feel like one day like when he's like big, like everyone would know him as Cuff, and then just the OGs would call him Sam.
Yeah.
That's just so sick.
Yeah.
That's just so sick. How he calls what's his name? How he calls Taco
Yeah,
Travis.
because Taco Travis and like Tyler calls Taco Travis.
Yeah.
Travis.
And like I don't know, it's just crazy.
That's just so
Fuck.
sick. How like you have like your OGs.
the OG dogs.
So like that's
Yeah, and that just goes back to like Mario's kid. Like you're always gonna have your OGs.
yeah, real shit.
Like where you from?
Yeah.
Like on Balmoral. That man's
like
been
you
time. You know.
like you wouldn't even know who like Mario's kid is.
Yeah,
if you
yeah.
didn't say that it was
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Dylan's like that or some shit. Let's go down to Leon.
Leon.
How's that whole
Credit debit backed up. This
Yeah.
fucked up. My fucking debt, man. Student debt. First of all, like just like wanting to be
Were
like
you,
a
like,
sick
thinking about
rapper, but
that?
having no money.
Yeah.
You know, like the realities of just like being a SoundCloud rapper or whatever nowadays.
That fucks me up though.
Yeah.
Like the whole like debit thing, like going
Yeah.
to like get money out
yeah.
to like do school, and like you never really know if like where you're going, because there are people that get student debt and like 40 years in
Yeah.
they're still
They're deep.
paying
It's deep.
for shit they went 40, and like nigga, school is outdated. Like if you look at 40 years in, what they were teaching 40 years ago, I don't think they're teaching that now.
No.
So like to like have debt from like shit that like that
that's not
fucks
even
me
like
up.
relevant? No?
That I know that fucks me up. So like yeah.
So Leon was
That's
just
a-
like you like thinking. So the song's basically like just you thinking about stuff.
Basically, how like I wanted to make a song that like me and the homies could have like rolled down Highway 8. You know.
Yeah,
like,
real
just
shit. I just listened to songs like that. Like
talk about how we were just like hanging out in Montreal, and like how I broke my mama's table, cause shit actually like, cause I was on the table and then like couple of ladies came on the table as well. So I was like, yo, in the moment I was just like, yo, come through, you know. And then the table broke, and my mom was pissed, and like just the repercussions of that, like I had to pay the money to get the table back, you know, and because of that my credit debit's backed up, you know. I have no money, and that shit just like
I guess we
snowballs,
got
you know.
Bang her off that.
Yeah.
We got a banger off that broken table. So
yeah, that's true.
Then how did you make the beat for Monopoly?
Holy shit.
That's a weird ass sample, and I had that like
Wait,
that synth.
Do we finish talking about Degenerate? Okay, yeah. When you're done with, we have to go back to Degenerate. That fucking auto tune, we'll get there.
We'll get there.
So
so that's a reversed sample of this sample I chopped up, and then I had the synths in the background, and then originally I was gonna go for like a boom bap beat, but then I was like, yo, let's make this shit fucking bump hard. But the beat is actually in 6/8 time, so it's hard to rap on.
Okay.
So it's not 1 2 3 4 1 2
my
3,
own
4.
I call that song like a revised, like a classic trap song. So it sounds like trap song, but it sounds like
trap music in the 1700s.
Yeah, in the 1700s.
Yeah,
So
that's
it's called
crazy.
like a classic like trap song.
Trap
But
music in the 1700s.
Way I don't know. There's just something
I have
about
to
that
tweet
song.
that. I have to
No,
tweet
I
that.
put that on my story one day.
Yeah, I saw
Yeah,
it.
you seen that
Yeah,
classic?
yeah,
Like
yeah.
to me, that's what it feels like. Like it feels like
Trap music in the
like it's
1700s.
and the like flow, like the cadence it uses when it's like going up on the song.
It's
like- That's what it sounds like. That's how I.
So I have like the songs that rank for me. Some my first favorite songs, which we'll get to. I think that's my second.
Yeah,
And then my
Anonymous
third.
is my third.
Anonymous is
And
my
then,
third.
Yeah,
That's like my
Yeah,
that's
I
like
fuck
my
with
top three.
Anonymous hard, man.
That's
Yeah.
my top three, and then
that's crazy.
but Balmoral Part 1 fucks me up. So like, and Degenerate just has a special place in my heart. So like,
Yeah.
I don't think it can be on that. Degenerate is just
It's separate.
because I heard Degenerate before the album, so like Degenerate is just
Yeah,
it's
for
just
real.
those.
It's
Another
something
song before the album was Found It. That's when you were still trying to decide.
Yeah,
right?
and found it.
Yeah, you found it.
Yeah.
That's why you
Yeah,
still
yeah,
remember
yeah,
when
yeah.
we came through.
Yeah.
and-
You
And
guys-
that was
you guys
like
heard
you
that.
still were thinking about what to. So you, how did you?
The Drake, I guess it's a Drake sample.
Yeah, it's
I guess
sample.
we
Yeah,
call it
it's a
Drake
sample. It's a sample.
Like that was like to me that felt like I don't know how you felt like to do this, but like to me it was like someone that has made, because not a lot of, I mean, right now like people are making it in music from Canada, but like
Yeah.
It's
If you
mostly
look-
like from Toronto. Like
Yeah,
Daniel
yeah.
Caesar is Toronto. Drake is like Like Drake has songs in his shit where he sings like, and then we went back to Eglinton where she is,
Yeah.
and then it's like
and like
Yeah.
he
It's
talks
like
about
where
Brampton
his-
too and shit.
Yeah, and
but
talks
like
about-
the Hamilton one, like to me that was just like song that like Drake is the biggest artist on earth right now. I don't care what anyone says. Like people could hate on him, you could
Yeah.
diss him,
Yeah, like
Yeah,
Drake
yeah.
but like he's the biggest artist.
Yeah.
So like to me that song was like someone that everyone in the world like looks up to, like when it comes to music, because like I feel like everyone that does music would want to be as big as Drake. Like I don't know why
Yeah.
you wouldn't, but like
Fame is dangerous.
yeah, that too.
Don't get it twisted.
We'll get into that. So like it was, to me it was like someone that was like up there, like kind of like bringing it back. That like,
bro,
this is
Drake
our own. Like
put Toronto on the
Yeah,
map. He put that
Yeah.
shit on there like no one knew.
Yeah,
like
just-
before, like we had like Tory Lanez and like Daniel Caesar and like other like Drake Push and like Jesse Reyes and like the people that like we know now that sing for like Drake, like
Yeah,
Party
Roy
Next Door, The
Woods.
Weeknd,
Yeah.
like
Roy
Drake
Woods.
put like Toronto up there. So like the fact that's like you find it Welcome to Hamilton, like the fact
Yeah.
that it's
Yeah.
like paying like homage to Hamilton is that's
Definitely, because when I heard that, because he said that on the MTV when he won the award for Hell Yeah Fucking Right, And I was like, yo, fam, fuck, I need to sample that. Because no one else fucking
Yeah,
says Hamilton
yeah, no one,
like
like-
that ever, yo. Like, Hamilton what?
Like he wasn't even
Hammer?
talking about Hamilton because like at first, so
was OB.
I used to live in Saga.
Yeah.
So like when we moved here, whenever I heard Hamilton, I always referenced it to the runway show, Broadway show. Like you know the fuck. I can't
Oh,
remember
the
what's
fucking
called.
Broadway,
Yeah. So like
Alexander.
that's what I always put Hamilton
That's
until
dope.
like I
Until you
came
actually
through
came
and
here,
like
So
I
how do you-
actually like Hamilton. Like I wouldn't
Yes.
even lie.
Yeah,
I actually
yeah.
fucking like Hamilton.
How has it changed to Saga City to Hamilton? For you?
Because Saga is like
For you
next
guys?
to Saga's like next
For
to
me,
Toronto.
I feel like Hamilton made me like. I feel like Hamilton for me is better.
Oh yeah.
Like I feel like the progress I made when I came to Hamilton would have never happened if I was in Mississauga.
Damn.
Cause like I don't know why I feel, but like I feel like people are like, I would say people in Mississauga, like kids, would be like close-minded. Like they want to do what everyone is doing.
Yeah.
I
Like,
mean,
they
it
don't
comes
wanna
with like
be-
it comes with like so like it's like Mississauga, Toronto, so like that's where like all the like the hype shit is. So like for me, like I'm into
Yeah.
fashion, so like for me it was like if I was back in Hamilton, I would still be
Even
into
in
like
Mississauga.
sorry
if I was in
Mississauga. I'll still be like into like Supreme and all that shit. And
like
I'm
the
still
stuff
like
like-
I'm still into Supreme.
Yeah.
But like for me,
Open
it's-
doors.
For me, it's like for me, it's like I came here and I don't just know Supreme. I know fucking Alexander McQueen. So like
Yeah,
they
like
like
Margiela,
open that
like
Margiela and shit.
Misbehave.
So like
Because I feel
opened
like
my mind.
I feel like if I didn't move, then I would be, because I feel like in Mississauga and Toronto, like these things are like accessible.
Yeah.
Like you could easily like go here, you could go to Square One, go here, go there, go get
Yeah.
the shit you need. But like in Hamilton, like
it's like
it's
going,
like you
like they're like we're getting
like
there.
it's like you're not there yet, but like you imagine like all these things. So like you end up like
You create.
making it for yourself. Like you
Yeah.
end up
Create it.
like
Yeah.
like you
Yeah.
end up like doing research. Like I feel like the research, like the shit I know about like Rick Owens, Raph, like Virgil, like the things I know. Like if I was in Mississauga, I wouldn't
know it.
Like I would have knowledge, but I wouldn't know like
Yeah.
half of. Bro, because like when I
like
came out here,
because I would say it's like fast. So like I hear about Rick instead of me to go like know what all this brand is about. It's like I could go on Kijiji or something like write Rick Owens
Yeah,
and go
and
meet
find
someone in
it,
Square One and like
then
go buy
buy
Rick
it.
Owens, but like it's not that easy.
it's not that easier here.
Share,
you
so
end
like
up,
you end up
trying
like going to
all
do
you
like
do is-
research.
I feel like it's the same thing. Like all like with the knowledge you have, you try to like imitate
out.
like what is.
And then you die.
And then you die.
Sing.
Okay. Clap. Let's get it. And then we go to Anonymous. Why did you name it Anonymous?
Wait, before we go to the-
Yeah, you said you wanted to go back to the January, yeah.
the
What's it called? The auto-tune part at the end. How did you do that?
I actually recorded that. Those vocals for that song was recorded at Roger Blue's house. I don't know if you heard of Roger Blue.
No.
I'm with an artist, really dope kid. And he had the auto tune for that, and I was just like, all right, play the end. And I was, no, and I just
He
started humming, you know?
put auto-tune on
Yeah,
that.
he put auto tune on it, and then I was like, while I was like in the booth like, with it, I
No.
was like, oh shit, that kind of sounds pretty hard. And he was like, oh fuck, you hate me now. I was like, okay, you hate me now, you know? And it just flowed with the ending of the song. But originally it wasn't on the single version of.
Oh,
that's the difference.
Oh, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
it wasn't on. It's not on the single version. It's on the album.
That's crazy. So Anonymous.
Anonymous. Why did I name it Anonymous?
There's a auto tune part at the end too.
Oh,
That's the most beautiful thing.
I deadass, like I was deadass was telling him, like you should just make an auto-tune album.
Yeah.
Like a whole album.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, let's not say
Let's not say album. Let's say like a single.
3-4 songs.
Yeah, like three
Like a bunch of
singles.
3-4
Bro,
songs
that
of
shit was so
singing
beautiful. Bro,
auto-tune.
you don't even understand how fire. Like when like that is the part. Like when I go play that song, I just go to the end. I just go to the auto tune part.
Because I was thinking like, I like the song, but then let's say if the
album had like more songs, and then just that ending part was like
an interlude, yeah, like
it just like
bro, something interlude
like,
that was
thinking,
so.
Like when I play, because I me too when I played too, like I like the song, but like I always go back to that. I like after I listen to the whole song, I come back from the auto-tune part, and go again and come back because like I just love the auto-tune. I don't know why. I don't know what.
How did it come about? Why do you think he named it Anonymous though?
He says something about him being anonymous in the song, like so he says like so I'm just going to be anonymous. That's what he says in the song.
What do you say in the song? Like what do you...
that song's about just kind of taking a step back from relationships with a particular someone, and just kind of being like, all right, I'll just be me, I'll just do me, I'll stay anonymous, because I feel like that's what everyone needs in this situation. We could just leave it at that.
There's something you say in the song. Is that about like Fendi or fuck? I'm trying to remember.
Louis.
How does it go?
It's like what's song you about? I'm not trying to complain. I did it all by myself, balling up on the tent.
There's something about
I don't
Louis.
remember. Fuck.
I don't remember. It was just Louis Vuitton, so that's what I remember.
Like back when Louis, when he was anonymous.
Yeah. I don't know why I brought that up. I just remember.
Well, back when Louis, when he was anonymous, like I was like wanting more designer shit back more than Louis when he was.
Yes,
anonymous.
yes, that was it. Welcome to Genius. Welcome to Genius, where we break down the lyrics. So what did you mean when you... No, that's fire. The other two part of that song is to me that's the most memorable part. Well, not the most memorable part about the album is feel so lost, feel so empty. Holy shit. Balmoral part 2. Balmoral part 2. No, just how?
An auto-tune album.
Just how? Just how? No. How?
Maybe.
How?
Fuck.
I just want to know how, bro. You don't understand. It is so beautiful. It is so that song.
That's my favorite song of the album.
No.
Like, fuck,
yo.
How did you make
Balmoral? Just that hook.
Feel so lost, feel so empty.
Well, it was more. Brett made the beat, right? That was the only beat on Balmoral that I did.
That you didn't make? Okay, so you produced the whole album? Fire.
And so Brett played it, and then in the background, this lady was saying, "Feel so lost, feel so empty," and I was like, "Shit, that was."
I heard the
but it's very faint, right?
Yeah,
it's
but
in the
like
background.
she's not saying.
So I was like, "Shit, I can't. This is too good to touch." So like, fuck, maybe just beef it up, do my own thing. So I added more vocals, kind of taking inspiration from Night Walks back in Casablanca.
I guess that's why it became my favorite song.
And then kind of like the layering ideas of having all the themes wrapped up in the album. So
that's a beautiful ending because it makes me want more. Makes me want more.
There's another.
Yeah, there's another part of the song apart from feel so lost, feel so empty that gets me. The reason why our love was to die.
You know more than I do.
That's my fucking track, bro. That's my fucking song, bro. I love that song.
Feel so lost.
That was a
feel
powerful,
so
powerful one for me. We were
empty.
just vibing in the studio, just kind of like really getting.
Yeah, how did that come about?
Getting in the field.
Like, how did you
play the beat? Because we were going through beats, trying to find like a good outro. I didn't have a strong, rap.
Outro.
And I think we finished. That was the day we finished Anonymous, and so we were like, all right, what? I think the ending has to come.
It is so beautiful to me because there is it's like no rap, no nothing, just like straight like singing and like.
Yeah, it was definitely like an all or nothing kind of.
Oh no, that's fire.
I post that on my story like once every 2 days. People like text me like, stop being annoying. Like
that's jokes.
Because I just take a screenshot of it and put it on my Instagram.
Yeah, Instagram story. Isn't it crazy
And
how
the
like
first time I posted, I put like in quotes, feel so lost, feel so empty. Because that I don't know.
I know it's just that
I don't
part like
know. That part,
feel
that
so
part.
lost, feel so empty. I'm like, what is this guy feeling right now? Like how does like how do you?
It gets me like I'm like sometimes I just lie down on my bed, like look at the ceiling. And
That's
I
like
try to find, a
nothingness.
perfect song for
Yeah,
this
like there's like
moment,
not like
and then I play that song and it just like
Feel
rests,
so
like I
lost.
I just feel like
feel so empty. That I know
I know.
that was beautiful. That is just amazing to me.
I'm flabbergasted. I feel like
That's fire.
flattered. You guys flattered me.
That is fire.
You went in for that.
That is fire. Like I said, I had to do this, so we talk
Yeah,
about
just
that
so we
song.
talk about that song. I like
How it came about. I like
part.
Share that song
like
apart.
it is the
It was honestly like it came from like okay, the same situation that I spoke about on Degenerate, like okay, shit's gone, heartbreak, you know, shit's gone, feel so lost, feel so empty, but like there's light
Yeah.
at the end, you know.
Do you think any like
Okay.
element of your street like affected that song, like Balmoral?
Balmoral,
Yeah.
definitely nostalgia of just like walking down and like seeing like the realistics of like real estate and just like how people are selling their houses, how everything's changing
Yeah.
nowadays downtown where I live.
Yeah.
And then
Because I'm sure from like when we like grew up on that street to now, it's like
yeah, way different. Like shit used to, like some reckless shit used to happen. Like I remember my parents telling me, I didn't know it was actually happening, but there was like heroin addicts at the crack house like next door, and shit was going on in like the alleyway. You know that one alley that
Yeah.
And then reckless shit. But now it's flourishing, you know. But with the flourishment, there's also people leaving, like good friends leaving, like that.
like
but-
people moving.
Yeah. So it was a good way to like maybe.
Yeah, that's a
Like,
good
that
like
fucking song.
Yeah.
that's a good like outro.
Maybe that should have been the second single of that.
Yeah. Well,
I mean that was
we
like
can
the
still
last.
make it. We can still make it a second single because the singles can also be released after
Yeah.
as a video or something. I still want to do
Yeah.
videos for the album, bro. I want to like keep the momentum of this.
Yeah.
Yeah, like going.
Keep the momentum.
Yeah.
Release maybe another project.
Yeah, so what do you think is like next? Like obviously you want to do videos.
Videos.
And, like-
more. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I want to make videos, man.
You should get Nico on that.
Yeah,
We
definitely
had
need
to
Nico
have
on
a
that.
whole conversation about that.
Yeah.
You should get Nico on that.
I want to make videos, expand what my music can do, make more music,
Yeah.
Auto-tune album.
perform.
Auto-tune album.
Maybe if EP. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was just gonna say maybe an auto-tune EP.
Not even that, bro. It could just be like two. So it could be one. It could be a single, and I'm fine.
It could be a single.
It could be a single, and I am fine.
Baby.